first question goes to Didi. You've been in the soccer business for many, many years. You have seen such a lot of things, especially in Hamburg, of course. What would be a technology, for example, from TCG that would help you most in your role in Ingolstadt? What is the most important topic for you from all these things we've discussed today?
I think there are a lot of different things which could be interesting for us, or which are interesting for us. So we are currently trying to implement KPIs for our playing identity, and this could be very interesting to bring them together and to deduct extracts. Where are we going? Where is the trend? Do we follow the route, or we do not? And this could be helpful with what I understand with the IT machine like M-Cube. I think this would be helpful for us, for example.
Another question to you, Didi. How does your coach react when you talk to him about all these innovation? Is your coach happy, and the staff, are they happy or a little bit nervous?
No, absolutely not. Our coaches, coaches, so a women coach, our head coach, for these guys who don't know yet. Sabrina Wittmann, she was since 20 years, she's in the club. She's starting also in the football school and then working as a coach in all youth teams. And 1 year ago, we gave her the opportunity and the task to lead our men's team, professional team, and she's doing good. She's constantly very, very strong, and also have a good punch, and but she's very open for this. She's asking me different times for also, she's very interested in AI analysis, and also in analysis in AI, or in AI selecting players, and also at least controlling our analog or manual yet scouting of players in partly to also to controlling with AI diagnostics, or AI yes, I lost the word, with AI tools, and therefore yeah, she's totally open for this, for everything.
Philip, welcome in our round. You're the organizer of a big cricket event here in Munich. It sounds unbelievable, but it is true. It's end of June, yeah? What can cricket learn, or what could cricket need from all these things what we've discussed today?
Well, I guess it's the same in every sport. For example, myself, I don't know whether you have been in school. There were elections when you were chosen for a team, and in football I was always chosen last. And then I thought I need to change the sport, so I started cricket, which was very exotic, and suddenly I really loved the sport, and I started playing every day for around 6 to 8 hours, and I went into the German national team, and this is how my passion for cricket started. And I think if school classes could know not only whether people are good at football, whether they have a talent for football, but also have the variation of all sports in AI with all these measurements, then of course with kids you could choose, okay, this kid has a talent for football, this kid has a talent for cricket. So I think this could help all sports, and also the variation of sports.
I think, Philip, this great audience is a perfect platform for you to make some marketing and PR for your great event at the end of June. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, thank you very much. In order for cricket to become more famous in Germany. It's the second biggest sport in the world, not only in terms of supporters. I think football have 3.5 billion and cricket has 2.5 billion supporters, but also in terms of revenue nowadays. So there is a lot of revenue in cricket. And I thought, why not get German companies involved in promoting the sport? And I called the HR companies of some of the German companies and asked them whether they could supply me a cricket team. And the guys at Siemens, Infineon, SAP, you name them, they all said, we don't have a cricket team. We are a German company. We do not have a cricket team. And then I started, contacting all the employees themselves, and then suddenly I had 12 players within half an hour. So there are cricket teams in German companies, but German companies just didn't know about it. So on the 28th of June, I'm organizing a corporate cricket cup sponsored by many, many companies, and I invite you all to come and enjoy the day with a beer or two.
No, we have a lot of in the men's world. Now we're going to call about Sabina, the head coach of Ingolstadt, the first woman for any professional coach in Germany. So let's turn to another lady who has a multifaceted in sports and business together. And Mirjam, you have, just to recollect your days in how we organized what is today happened, because until the Oliver Swavel match. So how crazy stuff you did.
Well, as you said, Kaushik, it really goes back years. And when I worked for my former company, Invest in Bavaria, we thought it would be awesome just to put together business and sports. And we had the idea, why not bringing the FC Bayern to India? Because we from Bavaria has really, really strong connections to India years back, especially to Karnataka, which is our partner state. And then Kaushik was crazy enough to say, yes, we do that. And we really had this amazing, really unforgettable match with Oliver Kahn in Calcutta, in your hometown, and it was a big, big success. And we combine it with the business as well. And I think this is also the key, not only focusing on sports, but also take business together.
Mirjam, the Sports Intelligence Hub, because you have dealt with you also now with your department talk about the youth and all stuff, and you are involved in sports and business, which you talk about for more than 20 years in Bavaria and in an international way. How this Sports Intelligence Hub is a perfect platform to project the innovation of Germany and the precisions on Indian intelligence together, on knowledge, and how you can, this Sports Intelligence Hub, to contribute one side to enhance the sports talent, enhancements of talent and identification, other side, how the German companies, the Indo-German companies, to get a more and share of it, to get the economic rolls on this particular platform. It's just a physical platform.
Well, I think in all the talks before, one thing came out. It's so important to connect people. And I think we talked about a lot of AI in the last hour, but I think to bring the people together, and especially the people here from Germany, well, I'm talking most of the time about Bavaria and Munich, but bringing those people, the talents together with the Indian community, with the Indian companies, with the Indian sport, that would be awesome. And this is why I'm so, so happy that the hub will be here in Munich, because I really think not only for the surroundings, but also for the whole of Europe, or I think bigger, it's really important to have something, as you just said, a platform, a hub where people can meet and share ideas. And this is why I think it's not a crazy idea, yeah, maybe, but it's an idea where everyone here can really get something out. And I'm really proud of that.
I'm just shifting to Munich to Kochi. And Matthew Joseph is the CEO of Super League Kerala, the new baby born with a sensational way. And today you have collaborated with DFB, and also a lot of partners club comes into picture. How do you feel that the Sports Intelligence Hub will be a perfect platform, perfect connector for all the dots we talk about intelligent sports?
Thank you, Mr. Kaushik. Today has been a historic day for us. In fact, the German Football Association and the Super League Kerala have come together. I really thank Kay and Kaushik for all the support. And truly, I'm sure that this partnership, we're going to take it a long way, because we have a vision not just for an year or for a short duration. What we are looking at is developing, along with the masters, who are one of the best known names in the world for football, to work together, learn from them, and get the Indian rankings up. We will be happy to contribute to the national team. Being said that, we started, like Mr. Kaushik just mentioned, that we are a baby, but yeah, we are a 1-year-old baby now. But we started working in Kerala, which is one of the craziest state in India for football, where the viewership on a national television contributes to about 40-45% of the whole national numbers. So every 100 televisions on, 45 people are from Kerala. So that's the kind of an impact the state's got on the entire national football. And the best of the footballers have come from Kerala. There was once upon a time when the national team had 10 players from Kerala alone. So
And rest 10 is from Bengal.
Yeah. Yeah. So now the journey for us is not all that easy, because this is like Germany and other places. When we go in Europe, it's quite developed in terms of the infrastructure, the way it's structured. When a 4-year-old child starts playing at home, I've heard that even when you're a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old, there's a ball which is given to the child, and the parents start seeing their interest. But back in India, it's a bit late, and always there is a lot of focus on academics. So we are now, what we are looking at is, like, in the last about 5 years, we have trained more than about 18,000 children. Not anything as compared to what DDA has told, but we have trained about 18,000 children in about 56 centers in Kerala. Now we are taking that forward, and we have this big umbrella like the Super League Kerala. With this, we are scouting continuously all through the year. In Kerala, last year, we have conducted close to about 3,800 matches in 5 age groups. So constantly, our scouts have been searching for good talents. But then the challenges are a little different, and it's quite basics what we are doing as what, now the kind of opportunities and the technology what TCG is bringing in. I think this is very interesting, and we would be able to more scientifically identify talents and take them into the next level. We are starting with a center of excellence, wherein the first 200 children will be the best players will be taken in. They will have an academic training program where they will stay there, as well as the academics will continue, simultaneously happen. So that's something which is not seen much in India. Today, again, like back in Kerala, there was another signing up with one of the Bundesliga clubs, and so there's a lot of football now being promoted in Kerala, and I'm sure with this kind of solutions, we should be able to get to more detailing and specifics of making of a good player.
And now I just behind the person, my heart, the Gerhard Riedl. Gerhard, now today you have you have a vision, you have a passion, everything you have. I've seen it for the last 2-3 years. You are an ardent football lover, believe in your thoughts. You try to, what you experience, what was lacuna, to not prevent you to be a footballer. So you just over your personal experience you launched your passionate RIESPO, and also India Football Center, of course, for your passion project too. And how you feel that RIESPO, with the technology of TCG or this Sports Intelligence Hub, can make your belief into reality?
First of all, thanks a lot for the invitation by today, okay? And I want to take the opportunity to talk a little bit about numbers, because you asked me about my passion, okay? Passion is football. My responsibility are the children's, okay? And it all starts in the year 2017. I become the president of a small club in Austria, and I've seen, you know, there are numbers like we have around 300 million active players in the world. Less than 1% of them get professionals. And what happens with the other 99%? Everybody's talking about AI, everybody's talking about support from softwares or whatever, but they just focused on the professional players. I'm focused on the amateurs. I have opened in 2017 a company to make performance diagnostics with amateur clubs, okay? As well, now we have moved over to make the screening also in schools in Austria, because I think that many talents get lost because they don't have the opportunity and the possibility to get a connection to teams, to coaches, to managers, to whatever. Okay, and that's why I'm 100%, it makes me a smile when I see Hoffenheim, the software, what they reach, more than 23% of the players reach professional, to get professional. This is unbelievable for me, okay? But all of them are focused in this less than 1%, and I will support the 99%. And I hope I will get it through now. Together with TCT, for me, it is a big step. I never thought, not in my wildest dream, I ever thought that TCG will one day will sign a contract with me. It's a wonderful day for me today.
So now I also to Rolf to hand over Devdas and to your German Jan and Kai.
I have a question to Kai. Kai, your company, the German Football Federation, is the biggest sports federation in the world with a lot of ideas and, of course, with a long tradition. But I think in terms of technology, it makes sense to have a look to the Indian sports industry or like companies like TCG, or what do you think?
I agree. It's not in the image of DFB to be the most advanced thinking, most technology. But in our company, we are the commercial subsidiary of the German FA. We have a credo and a mission, which is to be the most innovative federation when it comes to the whole marketing and sales and our commercial product. So it's already ingrained in our company to strive for technology, to strive for perfection. And now we found a perfect partner to put this into action.
What are the most important issues, the most important topics for the next, let's say, 6 months for you and the DFB in terms of TCG?
Well, maybe not only in terms of TCG. We just had it. How long will it take for football to properly take off in India? We had different predictions from decades to weeks or days. And I think we can do our part in making this a quicker process to make it grow quicker. And there's many things we can do and we can try. One area is we show our games of our highest elite competition, the German FA Cup, live to all of India. That's one thing we can do. Another thing is we work with TCG Digital to make the experience better for the fans, and we help bridge gaps to clubs and in between clubs. And this is where our cooperation with the Super League Kerala comes in. We're one of the football crazy states of India. So why not start there? It's a very young, ambitious, privately owned league, and they seek out, they have need for international players every season, and we would like to bring them together with third division clubs. So it's a club-to-club competition and cooperation and exchange and know-how exchange. Then we want to bring in sponsors. We have our friend from India here. Many other Indian and German companies are interested in this cooperation. So I think it's about throwing all of the sticks, all of the elements in it, and not focusing on solely one element.
I worked 20 years, more than 20 years, for a pay TV company here in Munich. I think it's also a very important topic to find ways to reduce piracy. How can we manage this?
Oh, that's one of my very favorite topics. Piracy is really killing our industry. It's killing the pay TV operators. It's damaging the federations. It's damaging the clubs. And I think AI can do miracles in helping to support us in that struggle against piracy. And with the legitimately owned money, we can then further the sport. So it's an important point.
Jan, you're one of the most respected scientists that we have in the German sport business for a long, long time. Everything what we've discussed and what we've heard today must make you happy for the future. It's a lot of your thinking, yeah, what we discussed today, or?
Yes, of course. It's an incredible moment sitting in here and talking about innovation and artificial intelligence and the future of sport. When I started with all this stuff, measuring things, I asked the coach, should we measure speed? And he said, why should we measure speed? I can see if the player is fast or not. So I am the measurement, if you want. So, and if we now measure on an objective perspective all these talents, and especially as a psychologist, we see how important these psychological KPIs are. That is, for me, a very exciting moment. 20 years working on psychology is important to develop talents, and managers say they shouldn't think, they should kick the ball. And so that is interesting now with data to show that this is important.
Perhaps you can handle the microphone back to Kaushik, because Kaushik has...
So I have a question to Devdas. And when, as a CEO of organization, and how you felt Munich can be ideal for the global hub for the sports intelligence, when the idea came into mind, or what was your reaction? I asked you also to Michael, but you're implementing those things. So what is to keep in mind that why Munich should be ideal hub?
I'll talk about something else and then I'll come back to your question. So at TCG Digital, our motto is to partner with companies who dream to push the frontiers of anything that has not been pushed. I mean, we have so many dreamers out here in this panel. Gerhard, you're talking about one. Everybody, really. Jan, Matthew, of course, Kai, Didi, Absent Philip, Mirjam. I mean, this is... And we do this not just in sports. We are trying to come up with new materials. With the chemical company, we're trying to come up with ways to solve some of the most complex problems in the life sciences world. And the same thing is what we are doing here. This community, who we have in this room in Munich, in Germany, you are pushing the frontiers of where we can go. And that's where we love to partner with. Now, why Munich? I think Michael gave a fantastic answer. I mean, we really think that this is a place where excellence in the thought process of engineering is there. This is a place where excellence in the thought process of human endurance is there. This is also a place where software is way better. I mean, people don't talk about Munich when we're talking about software, but the quality of the analytical mind, which is one of the most important ingredients of AI and software, is again here. So it couldn't be a better cradle for us to think of Munich, where all the ingredients for what is required to push the frontiers of sport could be there. So that's why Munich. I mean, and And apart from that, I love coming back to Munich. We have a lovely team out here, fantastic people, and there's so much of warmth. So, I mean, all that I said is kind of the analytical answer, but the real answer is from the heart. We love you guys. That's why Munich.
I think, Rolf, you have the floor is yours. You can, your observations and how, Rolf, I'm now asking one question. We have so many of, now again, host to host. So you have experience of your sports media and so many years of, do you think this kind of concept of, not a concept, a reality, because when if you see the differentiation, we are differentiator. Why? Because we already did what you're going to talk about it. It's not that we talk about, that's why intelligence applied. It's everything here and we to intelligently just to fit in. So how do you liked the whole, you have learned everything, you're working up with us, you're part of it. So now personally, ask Rolf to what you call the overall subject.
Since we have met, Kaushik, I've learned a lot of things about TCG from you, and I think also from the journalist perspective, we have to be open for new technologies. What Didi said before, we have to be more open. It's not the biggest strength of the Germans to be open. We are expecting the Open AI office now in Munich. I think this can change also our mind a little bit. But thanks for everything what I have learned in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And Kaushik, you're doing a great job because you are a great ambassador for the new technology for India. And we need you here in Munich, and we need you in this country to let our eyes open, to open our eyes for all these things what TCG is offering now. We need you. Perhaps we find a nice flat for you here in Munich. It's not the cheapest city in Germany, but we make it realistic. Thanks what you have done in the last 2 or 3 weeks to make this event happen.
Thank you. Thank you for all the words. It's really appreciated all that.